if you don't win or destroy everything in this, your hero completely falls off. I feel like the hero has developed a little bit, and players have found new ways of even using Meepo in the very late game.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if Secret have this like pressure on them to just flat out end this game around the 20 to 30 or 40-minute mark. But of course, they are facing a lineup that is extremely powerful in the late game, both Chaos Knight and Arc Warden, with all of these illusions and the damage amplification that is coming out from both Lanham and Fenrir will be a big problem for them to deal with later on. I don't really know who my favorite is in this game. I feel like this draft is all over the place. This is probably the craziest draft we've had of the whole finals, with lots of new heroes being picked. It's the first Skywrath appearance, it's the first Undying appearance, the first Arc. Has Vici even played one of these heroes the whole final? I don't think so. I think it's 5 new heroes for them, and 5 new for Secret. This is 10 heroes that weren't picked.
Yep, that's Captain's Draft at its core, my friend. That's why we love crazy game mode.
Hopefully Yapsor can play Jakiro. I've never seen it before, I think.
Well, you teamed with him. That's not a good sign if you've never seen it.
It's well, it can farm.
Yeah, that's true. It's a farming hero. We can definitely agree on that.
Waves.
Of course, Meepo, we talked about some of the nerfs that he has been given in the last few months. Of course, one of them, magic resistance, is back to default at 25%. You talked about how the jungle has changed to be less effective as far as flash farming. Of course, Iron Talon was pretty much picked up every single game when there was a Meepo in his prime. You're not going to be able to see that. So the question is, do you still, I mean, you still end up in the jungle, I assume, at some point.
Absolutely. You're maximizing farm. I think you try to focus a little bit more on lane pushing and a bit less on jungling, but I like to think of the way Dota works right now with pushing waves. It's like you push waves, and then your reward for pushing waves well is that you get to be greedy in the jungle, not the other way around. You don't jungle as default, and then, oh, actually a lot of damage out on Lanham here. The support duo of Secret is, of course, very powerful. Jakiro and AA with Chilling Touch, both ranged heroes, and the slow from Jakiro did a lot there. Forced Lanham back. But yeah. We'll see how it goes with its Meepo. I'm expecting to see Ace once again with lane focus and then into jungle.
I really like how the core heroes or the core players, I should say, from Vici switch their lanes up all the time. You never know exactly where they're going to go. Paparazzi's mid this time with the CK, Ori on Arc Warden bottom.
Offlane Shadow Fiend.
And okay, I didn't even notice that. That's a first for me.
Aggro Trialing Shadow Fiend.
Oh, the aggro Trialing. Okay, that makes a little more sense.
But this hero is really bad in Trialings until level 3, I would say. It's better than it used to be because of the Raze combo now. Like, you can actually do something with these heroes that he's laning with, but not the best lane ever. And Undying is the master of try versus try. It's an absolute god in this kind of lane. Forces the enemy to always spread out. If there's any moment where you lose focus and you stack up and he gets a double or triple decay, it can just mean a kill and actually just a one lane. So they have to be so careful with their positioning.
And
they're doing a really good job so far.
He's super squishy, and they have to be very careful with their positioning. But of course, one of the biggest downfalls of SF in the very early game is getting that CS to be able to stack up those charges of Necromastery. But of course, with Chilling Touch, it becomes a little bit easier. He's sitting on 0 and 3. No actual last hits in terms of gold, but at least he has 4 stacks right now. So it could be a lot worse, of course. But like you said, level 3 with the level 2 Shadow Raze is pretty much when I would expect a kill to come out if it's from Secret's side.
The benefit for Secret in doing this is that they get the position that I prefer putting Axe in, the safe lane one-on-one. I think this is Axe's true place in this patch if you have to run it. He wins a lot of matchups against classic offlaners, gets to farm extremely fast because he can push the wave and then farm jungle camps as well, and he has a very easy matchup. Beastmaster has nothing on Axe in lane, so
who's going to get it? Who's going to? Oh, the deny from Yapsor. Very exciting stuff. Actually, no. Lanham picked it up. Oh, I thought that connected for sure. A little bit of right-click damage coming out. Looks like we have cold feet, but Lanham super fast. He's just going to walk it off. More decays coming. Yapsor is getting quite low. Looks like mid one's going to join the fight. Yapsor is going to take an arcane bolt to the face. Lanham running away, but the Secret gets the last hit on Lanham. So a little bit too cocky with that haste rune.
All of Secret's aggressive trialing heroes have sticks very early on here.
Already? Wow, okay.
That's a very natural item to buy when you're playing against Undying, but Vici Gaming are not matching. They don't have any stick on Undying, they don't have one on the Skywrath, and in exchanges like that, where you chase each other for that long and cast all these spells, Yapsor manages to get a great bait out with that magic wand and gets them the first blood. So, and in addition to all of that chaos, then Shadow Fiend gets to hit a couple of creeps. Isn't that great?
And in the meantime, Fata is absolutely wrecking this lane. 22-1 right now to 15-0. And just continuing the pressure towards this tier 1 tower. He can just dive this anytime he wants, knowing that 3 heroes are bot lane. Doesn't really have to worry too much about these TPing because they're very low on levels as well. So not the scariest things. We're going to have some action in the bot lane. Ori getting quite low. A couple more right clicks would have sufficed, but He'll walk it off for now. No salve, has 3 tangos to work with. Fata in the meantime, that tower is going to be helping his cause. If he can get one more spin on the counter helix, one more right click would do it as well, but I'm not sure if he's going to find it. The counter helix does proc, but not at the right time.
He actually chooses to TP out. That's pretty expensive for a young 11. Now he has to heal up in the fountain, run all the way back to lane. Now gets Tranquil Boots, goes a bit faster. Going to save some time that way by a Tango Pack and head straight up to top.
This is like the dream for Axe. My God.
Best.
This is the dream.
This is the best.
Yapzor, dual breath, scaring LAN-M away. No bounty rune for you, good sir, he says. And he's going to go back down towards that bot lane where Shadow Fiend is all alone right now. He's going to take an Arcane Bolt coming in. Ori has the Flux applied. Ori's getting pretty low, but mid one has very little mana to speak of. That wand, but one Arcane Bolt brings him to about 25% HP. Looks like he's trying to juke his way out. The Shadow Rays will miss. Cold Feet does apply, and Fenrir's continue the pressure. The Spark Wraiths will apply to Yapzor now. Mid one with 1 raise. Not able to finish anybody off. He does get the Skywrath made, but will fall shortly after. LAN-M and Ori quite low in the meantime. Looks like Ace has come into play. He has the poof available. Not able to get a kill with it. LAN-M 1 right click away. They're going to chase Ori instead. Probably the right choice. Dual Breath comes in. Looks like they will get it with the Cold Feet from Puppey. In the meanwhile, Yapzor, Reality Rifted. We have a Paparazzi Chaos Knight in the bottom lane now. Yapzor will be the sacrifice, but Secret will be pretty happy with that exchange.
This is some clowny shit, man. What's happening?
Welcome to Captain's Draft.
These chases, that fight was like 40 seconds long and both mid laners got involved. Ace comes down there with an Invis Rune and does not have a point in Earthbind, so he can't catch anyone.
Yeah,
just walks up in melee and uses...
Oh, Paparazzi gets the Reality Rift on the mid one. The 1 second Chaos Bolt to follow. Looks to be an easy kill with just 1 more right click to go. And looks like Fenrir will pick it up for himself. 3-3.
And this,
lots of action.
So Axe is having a really good time, and Meepo is also getting good farm. But this Shadow Fiend, I'm concerned for Secret what kind of a game mid one is going to get. He's level 3, minute 6 at this point. And if they put the Chaos Knight in this lane bottom now and put the Arc Ward in mid, Shadow Fiend flat out just can't lane here. He will get Reality Rift stunned and die. So they have to swap up the lanes as well to try to match what Vici are doing. Maybe put Shadow Fiend mid against Ori. But Ori already has almost level 5. So yeah, where do you go with the Shadow Fiend right now? Like, that's my question.
Well, the old days, you just go into the jungle, but,
yeah, but
less effective.
Really bad. Like, maybe he has to
we have a call in the top lane with Meepo coming in. The Earthbind and the poof should be plenty of damage to take out Young 11. And Fata continues his dominance in this lane. He's going to be on his way to a very fast Blink Dagger at some point.
6-minute Vanguard.
Oh, he went Vanguard first. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, that is ridiculous timing.
He will probably upgrade it this game. Crimson Guard is a nice item against Chaos Knight. It's pretty good against Beastmaster as well, all these summons and just annoying stuff that you can block off in general. It may be anticipating a Necro Book build eventually. So I think it's still going to be just Brown Boots, Vanguard Blink, and then
LAN-M gets caught off guard now, and most of Secret are there to help clean him up. Soul Rip not enough to keep him alive. Treads now on the Meepo, and this tier 1 tower is mega dead.
Yeah, taking advantage of the Siege Creep, the Liquid Fire. Very easy grab here for Team Secret. I should give them about a 2k gold lead here in the early game, so... Is this the first early game they're winning?
That's not a good sign, right?
I mean, I don't know.
You want to be down at least 15 to 20k if you're Secret. Yeah. That's how you win these games.
Well, they'll get there.
Now, Paparazzi taking some harassment in the bot lane right now. How fast do you want to get BKB on CK this game?
Good question.
And Earthbind, did they change it? Am I mistaken? Didn't they change it to not work? I think it doesn't cancel TP, but does it go through BKB in terms of immobilize?
It does not.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I never see Meepo anymore, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it doesn't. It's like the last time I saw Meepo, I'm pretty sure it didn't, but that's actually months ago. I don't think I've played against that hero in a pub for 2 or 3 months.
It hasn't really changed in 2 or 3 months, I don't think. Young 11.
All right, Yapzor is juking them. Nope.
The Reality Rift is there. Decay. Chaos Bolt, only 1 second Phantasm being used, not getting the RNG, but doesn't matter. 1 illusion is more than enough to take him out.
And the counter kill is inbound.
Yep, Ace, there's the Earthbind. Poof's coming in, Puppey with the Cold Feet, and another death for our Beastmaster as Fata just rips him through with the Culling Blade.
And every time they're ganking Young 11, he's wasting the Roar. I don't really like this, because now when he spawns, he has to wait for a minute to make his move. If he just doesn't Roar there and buys a smoke, he can get a counterplay now and just go to a lane, show up, make something happen. But he kind of corners himself every time he uses the Roar during his death. Not so good for him. Now Fata's going to TP bottom and defend this tower, so we're going to have some lane swapping once again. Ori with an Invis Rune is on the hunt for something. He's going to find an empty mid lane and hit a creep. Gank that creep.
Well done. You've done it again. Good old Arc Warden, the right-clicking machine.
That's a what the horse clip for you right there. What is he going to do with this industry?
Yeah, maybe next time, buddy.
Kills a creep. Great.
Well, Lanham's going to group up here with Ori mid one, trying to get as much CS as he can, but of course, a little bit far behind in terms of net worth, pretty much middle of the pack overall, which is not what you want to see.
5, minute 9. This, so to put this into perspective, I think you're level 5, minute 9 as a mid Shadow Fiend if you've died 5 or 6 times in lane and you've just TP'd back to lane and got what you can and got ganked again. This is about where I would place you on experience. So, like, he hurts right now.
Well, Fada's taking no damage, by the way. At least not yet. That Vanguard not going to do much against the magic damage, though. Another Spark Wraith coming in. There's the Roar. They should be able to finish him off. A much-needed kill for Vici as Yapzor trying to juke his way out of these Spark Wraiths, but he's just going to deal as much damage as he can before his inevitable death. So 2 kills for Vici, with Secret still in the lead, technically speaking, on a net worth perspective. And
this is what Vici needed. They need to bring Young 11 into the game. So him rotating, setting up 2 kills with that Roar, getting Ori involved as well. Good play. And we'll probably be waiting for the next Primal Roar cooldown. Now he has a passive point in Inner Beast, so we'll see if they want to try to push and do some damage down here. Ori does not have ultimate to use for that. The Tempest Double currently on cooldown. So maybe it's just going to be a bit more quiet farming town. That's a fast Blink Dagger on Ace. So we've seen Meepo item builds develop over time. I think this is more or less the standard build nowadays to go double Wraithband. I don't know if you generally get Blink first. This is very aggressive. Obviously, a pretty easy kill for the Radiant side right now with his very limited health pool. But still has 10 armor. So see how he pushes this to use. Might use it already. Actually made on Lanham. He's not expecting that. Oh, he missed.
Earthbind misses. Paparazzi's going to pop Phantasm. He's trying to get down one of these Meepos. Soul Rip keeping Lanham alive for now, and Ace will fall. Nice kill for Vici Gaming as Yapzor.
In 5 seconds.
Not able to help out.
Yeah, that did not work out for Ace the way he imagined. He missed the first Earthbind, and then he missed the second Earthbind. Connects the third, but it takes way too long for him to go for that kill. Yeah. Would have liked to burst Lanham there within a matter of seconds, but instead, easy counterplay. Now this Ice Blast will maybe be good. Actually, they're all running into Yapzor, so it misses half of them.
Yapzor, stop looking so tasty for Vici.
Yep.
Would have all getting hit by that Ice Blast, but the Tier 1 tower will fall regardless, as Vici Gaming continuing to show some dominance at least.
This is something their lineup is very good at. Inner Beast with Phantasm just clears towers up really quickly. Rolling the extra illusion there. Bottom lane, gonna go on Axe. Paparazzi is coming in here.
Not on the backside though, so
he needs to be careful here. I think if he riffs now, it's a really big mistake. Obviously, Phantasm on cooldown. There's a Meepo behind. They don't know this, right? Actually, they do know this. They have a really good lane ward right now. All the information in the world for Vici Gaming. Let's see if they try to defend or not. Actually, Seeker are backing off to smoke, but this should be pretty obvious. They smoked underwater, so never mind. Vici know exactly what's happening. Can hear them yelling right now. It seems like a back call.
Yeah.
Judging from all 5 of them running toward base like they're hit by Terrorize, so.
Dark Will is really that strong. Fata should be able to clean up this Tier 1 tower, absolutely no problem. He almost has Blink Dagger on top of that Vanguard. At 12 minutes, not too shabby for the Axe. Very, very farm. You don't get to see this very often.
Mid one is catching up nicely in this time. He's basically just farming while his team puts pressure with smokes and aggressive movements.
I assume he needs to go physical damage this game, right? Because we see Ace going for the E-Blade, so going all burst damage. Needs some physical DPS to accompany that, perhaps.
Yeah, I would say that, for sure. Should go. He already has the drum, which obviously gives nice attack speed, so you can transition into that approach. I think we've seen in the past people go drum and then go for the casting build as well, but I like the right-click one in this game. Although, there is some merit to going for the casting build against Phantasm, right? Like, it's the fastest way of killing off the illusions that Shadow Fiend has, will be to go that Aghanims build and get the raise damage talent. But he might feel like he can't get to that point and just rely on Fata to clean up the Chaos Knight with Blink Call, Blade Mill.
Yeah, of course, Meepo talked about how great he is against the Tombstone, can pretty much instantly kill that bad boy. And Skywrath, of course, Mystic Flare, only good against single targets, not sharing the damage overall, similar to the Sunstrike. Of course, there is the Roar, though, that separates them. That's an interesting synergy, but maybe a little bit too obscure.
Could be
interesting to see if that actually happens or not.
This is a good rune for mid one. He's going to break the smoke, get them information. They're currently under a dire ward.
Yeah.
Secret know exactly what's going on. He has the level 1 Requiem with 33 souls. Deals a pretty good amount of damage. Could probably one-shot Fenrir here or get Young 11 low.
This would be a great initiation for Fata if he can get off tons of creeps on Young 11.
Oh, they're baiting them so hard right now.
Requiem of Souls available to use, like you said. We'll see if they choose to aggress or not. It looks like they're actually going. Yeah, they're backing. Playing it very disciplined here for
Oh, now he ran into Sentry. Uh-oh. Mid 1.
Now Vici's a little bit timid about it. They're not sure what to expect either.
It's kind of funny. Now they're scared when there's the least to be scared of the last 20 seconds.
Right.
Well, actually, we haven't looked too much at Young 11 recently. He's been farming a lot. He is pretty rich. He has Medallion and 2,100 gold. He could buy a Blink Dagger. He could finish the Solar Crest, build into a secondary, maybe Vladimir's or something like that. But currently holding on to his gold makes me think he wants the Blink Dagger, or maybe Necro Book.
Well, he might want Yapsor as well because he is super dead. Easy kill for Vici, just a little bit out of position there for Yapsor.
I actually think Yapsor is pretty happy with that. He bought a lot of information. That was a 4-man gank.
You know him quite well. Would he actually be happy about that?
I think so. It's not like, oh, okay, there were 4 heroes there. That's not really worth it. Like, it's okay. He's creating a lot of space. Axe is pushing in the top tier 2. They're free farming the jungle on Meepo. The Shadow Fiend is farming the other side of the jungle. They're actually getting a lot of economy. And his death, you see, he's respawning now that the tower push is happening. So with all this information, Seeker can choose if they want to defend now or not, because Roar is on cooldown.
Well, Lanham and company. It looks like they're still playing a little bit timid. Yep. Poking this tower with that centaur that dies.
They don't dare to do it. No,
they're super scared. Puppy, of course, level 6 has the Ice Blast we've seen. He actually hasn't leveled up since then. That felt like 5 minutes ago at least.
Yeah, it really did.
Tome of Knowledge probably picked up at some point by him. Now, when does Arc Warden become kind of scared? He has the Midas, obviously can use it twice, amplifies his gold input, I guess you could say. I didn't even know that he gets the experience no matter, it's global, which is really strange. I didn't know about that mechanic.
I really don't know that hero well enough. Like,
you played it in the A to Z challenge. You
played it once in my life. I played it once and it was absolutely awful. And I still, I remember it was right after the hero came out, more or less, right?
Yeah.
And everybody was going for that Necro Book build. So I was just using 2 Necro Books and I had like no micro. I was just A-clicking everything, getting a triple kill. I was like, I'm so good with this hero, and then we lost.
Yep. That's pretty much your career in a nutshell. Okay. So Fata is going to be backing up now in the tier 1. It's okay, we're good friends. We're allowed to do this.
Yeah, not anymore.
I'm so sorry. Mid 1 in the mid lane. He's going to go for the Blink Dagger first. What do you think about this pickup? Not going for any tank ability, no damage, just a pure initiation on top of the Meepo.
It's pretty risky, but at the same time he has 2 setups. Yeah, exactly. There's 2 heroes setting him up. Even Ice Path is an optional one. I don't know if it's skilled yet. And it's level 3 actually on Yapsor, so they have plenty of setups. Ice Blast. Don't seem too phased by that though. It's a high risk, high reward item at this point for sure. Could win them a fight, or if he gets caught, he's completely worthless. He's just going to die instantly, more or less. So has to watch his positioning, but I could definitely see it working right now. He's broke the smoke.
He sure did. Mid 1 now on the run, as there's an Ice Vortex placed by Puppy, forcing everybody out. Everyone's running away as if, oh, Fata's going to jump and he's going to get the culling. They didn't even bother having to cast that. That's an easy kill, but there's the Mystic Flare. They're going to clean him up in turn, so it's a 1-for-1. Paparazzi getting slowed to a high degree, stuck inside Ice Path. That's a double kill for mid 1.
That is so much
And just like that, 3,200 gold.
Ice Vortex, as well as that Dual Breath, just Paparazzi couldn't move. Maybe you're right, maybe he has to get BKB very soon. Like, he got the Armlet Echo Saber. I felt like he was going to get these 2 first, and then either completely bypass BKB the whole game, or get it now. He's currently got a Blink queued up. I don't know how useful that's going to be. I feel like more likely, or better rather, they should be putting a Blink Dagger on the Beastmaster and try to really make this Chaos Knight scale for now. I'm a big fan of Blink on Chaos Knight in general. I just don't think this is the time for him to get it, but we'll see if he changes his mind or does pick it up.
How many roars have we seen this game? I remember 1. Was there a second?
Well, he's used 2 roars when he died, and then he had the roar bottom where they got 2 kills, and there might have been a 3rd after that. But
so he did finish the Solar Crest, by the way, but still has enough gold for that Blink Dagger if he wants to go for it.
Holding on to a lot of gold.
Yeah.
TPing bottom, Paparazzi has found Yapsor. They're actually reinforcing this kill. He's completely alone. Vici thought that was too good to be true. It was not. Actually just flat out alone pushing down here.
It's just Yapzor things. It's all good.
But again, this is pretty good, right? Like he got 2 or 3 TPs, he got information. He's just a Jakiro pushing that tower. He's being super annoying. And the kill bounty for that is pretty insignificant, especially when if you're playing like 3 or 4 heroes for this kill, you lose gold. Because in all of that time, Secret are farming all of their cores, and Vici are just running from one side of the map to the other.
Oh boy, mid one.
They find Blink on cooldown right now.
The earn charge is
He's
there,
too fast. Drum.
Damn, that was close. The Reality Rift was available. Ice Path is here. Puppey, see if he ends up being the sacrifice. They're scared to go any further in the jungle. Fenrir is super slow right now. He is going to get destroyed. And you're right, Ori dies on the other side of the map. Here comes the Axe Call, beautifully done. Ice Blast onto 2, into an Ice Path as well. Paparazzi looking to run, but extremely slow. There's the Culling Blade. Fata looking for more. Can he get a second with that Berserker's Call? That is a resounding yes. Another kill for Secret with a 6K lead, and here comes Meepo to clean up even more. A full team wipe for Secret. They could probably just go for Roche.
Now, if this was Vici Gaming, that would have been good for them. Or good for Secret too. Good. Never mind.
Yes, it could go both ways, I suppose.
Secret just wants a team wipe to happen. Yes. It doesn't really matter who wins.
I mean, Secret are on top of the DPC points, so they don't really care that much, you know, obviously.
Really good plays from them here. Obviously, this is the threat that Meepo hits this extreme spike at this point where anyone split pushing will just flat out die to him. There's nobody who's safe. He can kill absolutely every hero in the Radiant side by just blinking on them, poofing everyone in, and chaining those Earthbinds. So Ori has to be very careful with his positioning around the map, playing without Shadowblade currently with a Maelstrom. And that was just a really good chain of events. Now, what mattered the most there is that I'm actually really surprised Vici chose to stick around. Like, they break their smoke on the Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend gets away. Again, cut your losses. You failed that smoke. Instead, they put themselves in a really bad position on that high ground. They didn't know Secret had a ward, and that's why they took the chance, but Secret has the information. They can just choose not to go. Yeah. They know they're there. So.
Smoke here from Team Secret. See if they can find LAN-M or not. He's positioning himself quite well, though. And of course, Ace has the Aegis. I want to say probably the second best hero in the entire game to have Aegis.
After Storm.
You can always, After Storm. You can position your main Meepo away from the fight if you know you're going to die, and you'll spawn where your main Meepo was. So
this is a
very strong. Oh boy, this will be a huge kill for Secret, and they just destroy him easily. Secret continuing to roll over Vici as Ori might be found out here. Puppey positioning himself quite cockily. It looks like he will fall, actually, but will it be a turnaround? Indeed. Ori, another easy kill for Secret. So Puppey doing what he's been doing all tournament, kind of sacrificing himself for the betterment of his team.
Yeah, just moving in, getting information, getting vision, so that his team can follow through. And the development over the last 5 minutes, extremely Secret favored. Mid one is close to the BKB now. Ace is level 21, minute 21. That's Meepo for you. No other hero in the game ever does that, pretty much. And it's high ground time. So Vici, what do you got to defend with? No Tombstone, no Arc Wardens, they can't bubble the tower. They have to glyph. Beastmaster has a roar. Chaos Knight's up in 5 seconds with Phantasm. If they lose this fight, the game is almost over. Secret can actually just win right here.
Meepo, one of the biggest snowballing heroes in the entire game. Tier 3 towers down, they're going for more. There's the Decay to start things off. Arc Warden not going to be available for 5 more seconds, and that is a freebie for Secret. Will they continue? Doesn't look like it. They're going to play it very disciplined, wanting to get their second Captain's Draft championship here. Of course, Puppey's the only remaining member of that team from Captain's Draft 2.0. Well, him and Matt, of course, Cyborg Matt. Puppey, level 10 now, has the Ghost Scepter. Not often you see that picked up this early, along with the Medallion. He's quite rich for an AA.
It makes a very big difference if he gets jumped by CK and gets the Ghost Scepter off. He just ruins CK's timing in that fight. Like putting Reality Rift on cooldown and not getting the kill and then being able to counterplay with Vortex and Ice Blast is really good. I think it's a good item this game. Also keeps him safe against Arc Warden, largely. And even the Beastmaster can have problems killing him, so.
Ace, of course, has the E-Blade, Dragon Lance, Blink, Treads, and we'll be going for a Hex next. That's when he can kind of just play on his own, I feel like.
Has Invis and Shadowblade right now.
Yes, he does.
Looking for a fight. He didn't go the Blade Mail route.
No, he gets the Axis hit. There we go. There's the initiation. Berserker's Call, Ice Path to follow. And yeah, anywhere they go, they will find a kill. And of course, Ace, I believe, if you can click on him real quick, has Boots of Travel, so he can always go on top of the...
He does not,
actually. Oh, okay.
But you're right.
Kind of expect the Boots of Travel too.
Would go for that at this point. Yeah. But Ace opting for as much fight impact as possible. I think Secret's game plan at this point is that we are stronger than them. Let's just go together and end the game. So he's just buying all these stat items, finish the E-Blade, getting a Hex.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, they have all these Blink Daggers. They don't really necessarily need the Boots of Travel 2 on top of Invis Axe.
No, they're pushing the wave just fine anyway for now. So.
And Arc Warden, one of those heroes, how does he work from behind? I don't feel like it's very good.
He's good high ground defense. Oh, poof.
Ace jumping in, gets off the earth bind. The magnetic field is there, but Ori getting destroyed. The Ice Blast to follow. And Ace and company clean him up easily. 50 seconds with no Arc Warden.
They need to finish the top tower, though, before they can get more damage done in the base. They're going to run straight up there. Crimson Guard has been used, so that will not be available in the fight here, used by Fata. He's also low on mana. This is a playable fight for Vici with this Phantasm. They need to get a surprise jump here and kill a key target. But who do you even go on?
The Satyr. Go on the Satyr for sure. Tier 3 tower being pounded upon now. Concussive Shot comes out along with a Decay. This Tier 3 tower looks very dead.
The Phantasm's running out. They're not using it. It's just letting it expire.
Actually use it. Landon's just going to get destroyed right off the bat. Ace to follow. That's the Aegis, though. There's a Requiem of Souls. That's 2 dead in the blink of an eye, and all it cost him was an Aegis.
There's 2 lanes.
Tier 3 tower. This should be a second lane of Rax. Mid 1. Already used the BKB. They'll be super happy with this exchange. And the buyback on Undying, I didn't even realize. 21,000 net worth lead for Team Secret.
And this is when
24 minutes.
This is when Vici definitely comes back.
Absolutely.
So I think Vici's chance of winning this game is about 96% at
97 at this point.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
It's a pretty clear advantage being 1,000 gold per minute down.
Yep.
Seen this statistically in this final.
100%.
Vici are in a great position now.
Now Mid 1 and company.
JK, they fucking lost.
JK lol. Mech picked up by Jakiro. Oh, good God, I hate you. Well, Secret looking quite pretty right now. 21k net worth lead, of course. Roshan, how long for that bad boy? Is Aegis still online? No, that was used just now. So
yeah, he used it in the fight.
Still a few minutes away from...
Don't think Secret are going to wait around for that. Just ride the momentum here. Take that bottom tier 2 tower with the smoke. If they don't find a fight, it's fine. They get wards out. They prepare themselves to get an advantageous position, go for this tower for free, and then they can choose if they want to wait for the Aegis to go for the final high ground siege, or if they try to even smoke through the Vici base and catch them from the back.
Yeah,
is an option.
That's actually that's a good point you brought it, because Meepo is one of those heroes where, especially in pubs, and I've seen it in the professional play as well, of course, where overconfidence can be a terrible thing, because once you hit a certain point, Meepo loses a lot of his luster. His Ori, his Tempest double, dies in about half a second from this burst damage of Secret.
Yep.
And they're just going to amalgamate towards this. No, they're actually going to back off for now. So perhaps waiting for the Aegis? You said they weren't? Maybe
They could. They have a lot of good items already. Obviously, 4 staff and mech on the Jakiro. The AA is closing in on Ags, so could wait for that. 500 gold for Shiva's Guard on Shadow Fiend. There's no reason to risk it. Like, you are getting the key items that you need for this push and the Aegis, and Vici Gaming are hiding in their base and have like no plays whatsoever on the map. The only thing Vici can do at this point is go for a 5-man Hail Mary smoke and hope for the best. There is no other play left. If they split up, they get killed by Meepo. They cannot show heroes alone. And I don't even know if they feel safe that they're not being watched in their own base. Like, they don't have a gem, they have no sentries placed, so if Secret had a ward in their base right now, I could just easily see them move out and play accordingly.
What is Meepo's 25 town? Is it the bunch of HP and 2-second poof timing?
5-second cooldown.
Yeah, so I think it becomes 2 seconds, right?
1.
Really? Okay. Yeah. That's pretty filthy.
I think the
How long is the cast time? Is that 1 second?
I think 1.5.
Yeah.
I think the health is almost always better.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Especially at this stage of the game where you just do not want to give up any kills. 25k net worth lead, and looks like the Roshan is what they're waiting for in all likelihood. Fata has the Crimson Guard that we talked about, Blade Mail, Shadow Blade, Blink. We'll be going for the Boots of Travel now to be able to catch up to wherever Meepo finds somebody.
Ace is going for a Manta style. Obviously great for deceit plays on this hero. Send in one of the clones and the enemy thinks it's real, and then it's just a Manta. No way of telling. You can poof onto it.
Yeah. That's the coolest part, is poofing on your own illusion.
Yeah. It would be pretty sick if they could poof too.
Sure. You want this hero to be broken again?
No.
Of course, this is just a small sample size. I've seen many games where Meepo just never takes off and just gets destroyed. Or the super late games where the opposing cores are just dealing a lot of damage, able to take him out with ease. So the thing about Meepo, he seems very strong in this game, but there is a window, technically speaking, with him. Of course, there's always the rat play, right? Taking buildings super fast, regardless of what time.
Ace actually has a lot of experience with that on Meepo. There was, like, I can't remember which tournament it was in, but they were, especially when he was playing in Danish Bears, it was like an impossible game. They were really far behind. Then they won one Roche fight, and he pushed 3 lanes of barracks or something. Split his Meepos up, went for multiple lanes at once. Has a lot of experience on this hero. I actually think he may be the best player in the world nowadays on Meepo, so, you know. That's nice to have for Secret. There's been players in the past that I think could take claim to that throne. No Tail at one point was incredible on Meepo. Hasn't played it for a long time though, I think. Weeha had his time on this hero. But as of late, I rarely see either of those two even play the hero, whereas Ace has kind of held on to it in the last couple of months, still playing it from time to time. So he's obviously very warm for this game.
Yeah.
And will be claiming an Aegis. That she's probably going to Shadow Fiend here. And unless something impossible happens.
We've seen the impossible twice, so
I'm scared of saying this at this point, but really.
Paparazzi and Ace, you see their gold breakdown here. And yeah, neutrals and ancients are where it's at, my friend. That is a lot of gold. So despite the jungle being nerfed, Meepo still seeming quite strong in this game. Of course, is level 25 now. And did go for the HP, it looks like.
Manta coming out? Yeah. Manta and Ags on AA, both on route.
I almost forgot that Ags was even a thing on Meepo. And of course, you don't see that at all anymore.
It's not popular. Absolutely.
Ever since they changed the attribute sharing, right? Is when Ags
I think so, yeah. I think that's when it fell out of favor.
And that's when Weeha stopped playing it as well. I remember that vividly.
Yeah. It's still one of the most... In my mind, one of the most conceptually broken heroes, in theory, in the game. Because of what
you've said that about so many heroes.
Now, okay, so the thing about Meepo is the skill cap is unlimited, right? Like, you have extreme micro, you can be all over the map, you can farm everything, you have extreme burst potential, you can gank, you can team fight, you can take Roshan. It has a little bit of everything, but it's extremely difficult to play, and most of the time, like, the human limitation just can lose you the game. If you trained a bot to play the perfect Meepo, it would probably be the best hero in Dota, I think.
All right, you know what to expect at the next TI.
Dota AI, let's go. OpenAI Meepo.
Yep. Or Secret, smoked up, looking for the initiation. They're going to jump in and destroy Skywrath. He is gone for 35, no buyback.
Okay.
Not the most important hero, but still 5v4 advantage, or if you're counting Meepos, a lot more. I can't do math that fast.
450 against 3.
Sure. Tier 3 tower going to be taking some damage. Look how far back Vici is. It doesn't even matter. Mid one jumps in. This is the zoning Requiem of Souls. They're just going to go for buildings in all likelihood. Lanam is dead. Paparazzi next. Double kill for mid one as a Mystic Flare coming into play, but not dealing that much damage. Okay, they do take out the Aegis at the very least. Surprised that Secret aren't just cleaning up the buildings. As Ace will be trying to poof away. He will do so successfully. The tier 3 tower is dead, and this will in all likelihood be Meepo taking out the racks, and Mega Creeps to follow. Here's the last fight of the game in all likelihood. Ice Path coming in. Ori is donezo. 55 seconds on the deck. GG's come out. Team Secret are the champions of Captain's Draft 4.0. Congratulations to them. Well played. And I feel like Vici Gaming are going to be kicking themselves after this series. We saw them in Dota Pit give up an 0-2 lead to Liquid, getting reverse swept. And in this game, I felt like they should have won the first 4 games. But here we are with Secret as the champions.
Well, you know, that's what makes great teams. You can make great comebacks and you can win stomps like this. At the end, it's about winning games. Like, you can look great all you want, but if you don't finish out the games, it doesn't really matter for anything. Right. So you can say, I agree. Like, Vici